Colorado.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to your Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail. We are 3 days into August, and it feels like all of our time for summer has really flown by. Now make sure you make your way up to Beaver Creek, because the Beaver Creek Art Fest is still continuing throughout the course of today and tomorrow, and there's so many great artists here in our community, so make sure that you go show your support. We've got a great show in store for you, as we're going to introduce you to a local sound studio. Did you know that we had one here? Well, we can't wait to introduce you to the Stony Creek Sound Studio, as well as some great local musicians and a wonderful nonprofit here in the community, which is Reconnected. So make sure that you stay tuned. Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
Hey, it's your boy, Nephew Tommy, your host for an all-new season of Black College Quiz, where the nation's best and brightest display their knowledge of Black history and culture while competing for prizes and scholarships. So get ready to see HBCU Nation take the academic field. Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Black College Quiz! BCQ! Yeah, man.
You know TV8 Vail has great local content, but did you know about our production services? Hire an expert to develop your website reel, commercials, live stream events, studio production, and more. If you can dream it, we can help you do it. TV8 delivers high-quality content in both English and Spanish. Contact us today to discuss your next project. Email Danielle at tv8vail.com or call 970-628-9881.
Welcome to Hiring America, the television program that helps veterans find jobs and transition back into civilian life. Hi everyone, I'm Gigi Stone Woods. I'm truly honored to host this vital program. Reach out to the opportunities you see on this program by logging on to our website, hiringamerica.net, and by following us on social networking sites such as Twitter. We'll keep that information available throughout the broadcast and on our website 24/7. Now, let's get down to business.
This is Necklace. This easy-to-use, non-surgical alternative improves the appearance of sagging skin around your neck and jawline. Made from medical-grade tape, Necklace lasts up to 10 hours, giving you a firmer, smoother look all day long.
This is the one that works.
Starting on one side, peel off to expose adhesive and affix it beneath your earlobe. Stretch the strip around the back of your neck until it reaches the other side. Remove the white backing from the other end of the strip and attach under the other earlobe. Go ahead and take your hair down.
Wow, look at that! Necklace really is the one that works.
Women everywhere are thrilled with the results.
Necklace is my time machine, and I'm loving life again.
Necklace is way better than surgery. It's cheaper and it's easier.
Oh wow, took like 6 years off here.
I like it.
It's like a mini facelift.
Oh, it totally works.
I think I need a box or two.
Use the on-screen QR code or visit sagnomore.com to order now. We even give you a money-back guarantee. Try Necklace today.
For the latest and greatest trends in pop entertainment, Popstar Today brings you compelling celebrity lifestyle stories that matter most to you. From movies, music, TV, and streaming shows, to fashion, social media influencers, and the latest on who is seeing who. Join host Elizabeth Stanton as she digs deep and dives in. This is Popstar Today.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that we have a sound studio here in our wonderful community? Well, we're going to introduce you to them right now, and it's Stony Creek Sound. Let's hear what they have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a music and record producer, audio engineer. He operates an indie record label and publishing company. They do translation, copywriting services. He is a man of many, many hats. And to tell us a little bit about all the work that he does here in the Valley, we have owner of Stony Creek Sound, 13 Art Production, Rex Foreman, in the studio with us today. Welcome, Rex.
Thank you.
How was that intro?
That was a little overwhelming, but that's okay.
But you do it all. You guys really do it all at Stony Creek Sound. So we're excited to talk about what you do. And
what's first?
Tell us a little bit about your background experience. Kind of take us back a little bit down the road, a few years or many years, however how far back you want to take us, and kind of how you started getting into sound.
The first thing I probably ever did was got good at drums.
Okay,
I was really young. And then the best job I ever got was later on in my early 20s as tennis pro.
Okay.
So that's pretty much what I focused on.
Yeah.
Although I continued to play drums my whole life. So
I know you got, was it drums or guitars at a very young age? And that's kind of when you started playing.
I got a guitar, and 8, I got my first drum set.
Okay, so that's kind of your passion.
Always. Yeah, everything goes back to percussion.
I love that. So you started off very young, then you kind of, you moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And then you were kind of you've been playing with many bands, kind of doing all sorts of different things with sound and music and production. Kind of tell me about that.
Okay. Playing drums led to building rooms where you could play acoustic drums.
Okay.
So I fell into that by having to. And eventually I started getting gear, making my own recordings, trading with friends.
Yeah.
And it just stepped up continually, and then I got to a mature age to where I could do it professionally.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. You really kind of know the ins and outs of music and sound, and you guys do a lot at Stony Creek Sound, which is kind of want to get into. You talk about building rooms, which is what you did at Stony Creek Sound in the studio that you did. So tell me about that process and kind of the building this from the ground up.
Yeah, that's what unintentionally, I became a construction artist and in building this place.
Yes.
And just now pretty much launching it. So it took a couple of years, and now we're ready for action, just about anything we can take in.
Yeah, so Stony Creek Sound is a recording studio. Is that what you would call it?
It is.
You can do pretty much anything sound related. So tell me about some of the services, or what can you do at Stony Creek Sound?
Well, we do a lot of multilingual voiceovers.
Right.
That's really a big focus.
Yeah.
We have a super quiet room, and I have a lot of custom gear, collected instruments, and for an analog recording, which is rare. We don't have anything like that in the Valley.
Yeah.
So there was a decision to be made about 1.5 years ago how we were going to put the control room. And because there's nothing like this anywhere near, you have to go to Denver, the closest. We put a big analog console in, and it's just been trying to make the art of sound it every day. So.
The art of sound. I love that, because it really is an art form. Yeah. I've had the opportunity to check out your space. It really is very neat. You guys did a really good job with it.
Thank you.
And And there's a lot of potential for so many things, like you said, voiceover, obviously music, but anything related to sound, you guys can probably do it at
dubbing to video.
Dubbing, yes.
You probably know, and translating and putting that to taking an English video and putting Spanish voiceovers on it. That was sort of a good gig for us.
Yeah.
I pretty much wear whatever hat's necessary when it comes to sound.
I love that.
And we definitely work on making it very modern, pristine, unless it's supposed to be dirty and sloppy. So we draw the line.
I love that. You guys do it all at Stony Creek Sound. Tell me about 13 Art Production, which is kind of, we were talking off camera, kind of the umbrella company or the parent company of Stony Creek Sound and also your record label. Tell me a little bit about that and what that encompasses.
Okay, in 2017, we have been doing all of these things for a long time, some of them. And it only made sense to create a business out of it. And the record label sort of started it years back, but it was unofficial. Like I said, we would give tapes to our friends and sell them at shows. So we just sort of gathered all the pieces and put it into one. 13 Art Production was I was 31 riding motorcycles, and 13 is the floor you can't get to. So it's unique in that. And that was available to patent that name. So I went ahead and did it. And like I said, the record label sort of fell into place, and voiceovers, everything sound. And I built a pretty good studio in Texas, and this one just by far is the best one. I knew all the mistakes for many years of doing it. So
you kind of have that learning experience from before. Rex, I'm sure there's a lot of aspiring musicians, artists, or just people who kind of are interested in all of this. What advice do you give to them, or what do you say to people who are kind of wanting to get into the world of sound and music?
Well, it's pretty easy.
Yeah?
Super easy, actually, and affordable. So doing it yourself is, I would always say it's a recommended thing because the instruction is easy to get. But walking away from your project, even for a day or half a day, few days, and then coming back and listening or do your editing is usually the most important things, because you use that time that you're not in front of the screen or whatever the project is, actually thinking what it's supposed to be like, and then you see all the mistakes right away. So taking time to come back to your edits.
I can definitely relate to that. You know, the more you're kind of looking into a project, the more you're immersing yourself into it. Sometimes you just kind of need to step away from it to really kind of refresh and really kind of, you know, pick out some of the things, some of those details.
And those are, you really don't, you can focus on details and not be hearing the big picture, or you can looking at the big picture and not understanding the details. So that's the stepping away. I try not to pile too many of the same days up. I try and mix it around. I'll mix, or I'll do video, and I play. I try and play every day. I teach. I've been teaching drums and percussion for quite a few years. I have a couple students.
Awesome.
So
I was going to ask. So you still play? I was going to ask. Are you still playing, or is most of your time going now to all of the production stuff?
Well, most of my time goes to the production stuff.
Okay.
But really, it's because I don't have a drum gig. So I'm for hire as a drummer.
Awesome. So. Rex, how can people get in touch with you? How can people contact you if they want to work with you, or if they have any sound needs, or any of the other work that you all do?
Facebook, of course.
Yes, social media nowadays.
Telephone. My telephone number's on the Facebook. Emails, all available. All basically text, telephone, email. I prefer the telephone myself. I get to hear your voice right away.
And I do have that number here. Is that okay if I share with everyone?
Thank
if you are interested in contacting Rex and learning a little bit more about Stony Creek Sound, if you have any sound needs, whether it's music, whether it's voiceover, whether it's, we talked about translation, copywriting, dubbing, pretty much anything, they have got you covered. And that phone number is 970-404-2322. Is that right?
Correct.
You can also visit 13artproduction.com. That's the number 13artproduction.com, and you'll have all the information there.
Pretty much.
And yeah, I know you guys are very excited to, launch this studio, and there's so much you can do there. So we're very excited for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Rex,
I'm
thank
excited
you for,
too.
Yeah. Thank you for being here and sharing with us a little bit about all the many hats that you wear, because you really do wear a lot of them, so we appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Of course.
That was fun.
We are going to take a short break, everybody, but we'll be back with more of the show after this, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Next up, we've got a special duo from two of the best voices in the bluegrass and country genres.
We know you're going to love this one from Melanie Cannon and Willie Nelson. Here's Back to Earth.
And the songs our love created, I still sing. And every night we make the rafters ring.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When making money is the aim, these kids, they bring their game. They're the biz kids.
Can you dig it? Real businesses by real biz kids. Watch and learn tips on how to start your own business.
Biz kids.
Right on.
Good morning, Vail.
Do you love live music? Do you love local musicians? Well, then the Gandy Dancers stopped by the studio earlier this week and gave us a tidbit of where you can find them and their incredible sound. Let's hear what they're playing.
Welcome back to Monday, everybody. We are at Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz, and I'm surrounded by hotness. That's right. I have three wonderful friends here from the Gandy Dancers. I'm really excited to have you guys here. Peter Fontanese, Kevin Danzig, and Casey Boyd. Now, you guys produce a lot of music through these three amazing instruments, and between the singing and the playing, you guys are super busy, and I'm really happy to hear that. We've had you guys here on TV8 before. What's different and special today?
Well, for one thing, we have added a different bass player than we were using before. Mr. Peter Fontanese over here.
Longtime local musician, by the way.
Yeah,
holy mackerel.
Holy mackerel, for longer than he's been alive.
That's true.
It's really a blessing, really, because, well, Peter and I have been playing a long time anyway. So we already knew a lot of songs. And so then Casey and I, spent a while, and we still do play as a duo. So when we put the three of us together, we're already very familiar with the music.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I've heard all of you play for so many years, and I love it. And since you've joined in, it's just added a great experience for everybody. And the banjo is really making its own comeback, because I think the banjo is underestimated. Okay, and I feel like it's misunderstood.
And underutilized.
And underutilized. But if you hear Casey play the banjo, you'll think, wow, this is amazing. And then we have guitar and bass. And you have 2 songs that you're going to play. Are they coming off a new album?
They are, yeah. Coming out on September 13th, there will be a big release party and dance at Route 6. That's the plan now, anyway.
Okay, well, I'm
13th.
excited. You have to keep me posted on that so we can keep everybody
Yeah.
advised as to when that big release party is going
Friday
to be.
the 13th.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
My sister was born on a Friday the 13th, so it's good luck for me. So what songs are you guys planning on playing today?
Well, one is called Boots.
Boots!
Yeah, and it's about a cowboy who wants to learn to dance. And I actually wrote that at Route 6 listening to the Vail Valley Band.
No way.
Way.
I love that.
Yeah.
And,
That's great.
Kevin, you know, in our 10 or 15 year friendship, and I do play bass guitar in
Sure.
the Vail Valley Band and with various other friends. But Kevin's written some great songs.
Yay.
And through the course of us doing shows over the years, he's presented them, and I'm like, those are great songs. So I learned them, and I was happy to learn them because I get asked to learn a lot of stuff, and
Right.
not all of it makes me that happy.
Oh,
So,
that's nice to know that you enjoy the songs you're playing.
So
with.
when they asked me to become part of this project and to work on this album, I was delighted.
Oh, yeah. Well, I love the talent that you guys have. Casey, you bring a lot with these guys, little youth, but a little bit of talent, actually a lot of talent. He was playing Bach on a banjo before during the break. So that's pretty impressive. I want to hear your first song. Which song are you going to guys play?
Well,
what
we'll
song
do
are you guys
Boots
gonna play
first.
Uh-huh.
And then we have another single coming out. We've released 4
Yeah.
singles.
Oh, wow.
This will be our 5th one that you can hear all over the internet if you want to. But it's called Dysfunctional Family Bingo.
It's
the
about
second.
Kevin's California childhood.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well.
That sounds super weird and I already
Ongoing,
like it.
ongoing,
Just
yeah.
the idea. All right, I'm going to sit back and check you guys out. I'm really excited. So the first song is Boots with the Gandy Dancers right here on TV8.
Are we going to go right into
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yeah,
that
we'll
was your
go.
intro.
Oh, hey, you're going to sit here right with us? Like, oh.
No, I'm going to
bring
get
you
up
on
and let
notes
you
now.
guys play.
Okay.
I want to focus on you. All right, let's go, you guys.
2, 3, 4. When I see that girl in the cowboy boots, it makes me want to dance. I don't know how to make those moves, but I'll surely take a chance. I'll buy me Dancing with Dummies on a DVD. I know it's gonna teach me right. So if all goes well with these feet of mine, I'll show her on the floor tonight. She's the kind of girl every man imagines, and no exception to that rule. Later on this evening, after playing pool, I'm gonna muster up my nerve and ask her if she'll meet me out on the dance floor, where we can shake it and shimmy to the beat. When I see that girl in her cowboy boots, it makes me want to dance. I don't know how to make those moves, but I'll surely take a chance. I'm gonna be dancing with dummies on the DVD. I know it's gonna teach me right. So if all goes well with these feet of mine, I'll show her on the floor tonight. She's the kind of girl I could love forever, and I know she's gonna treat me right. 20 years from now, we'll still be together. It's a dream, but I can make it real. All depending on the cards I deal. And the way that they are playing, with any luck, we'll be happy. Like the starlight on the silver screen, to say she loves me. It's not just a fantasy. No, not just a fantasy.
amazing. That's a great song. That was Boots by the Gandy Dancers. Now you're going to play your second tune, which is called?
Dysfunctional Family Bingo.
That just makes me crack up. Okay, Dysfunctional Family Bingo, everybody. Here are the Gandy Dancers one more time.
It's quite a story.
I can't wait.
I want to mention also that Larry Duttmer on drums on this track's on the CD, and Steve Van Beek is on piano.
That's amazing. Ooh, we got a full band on this one.
We got some good musicians. Here we go. Well, let's start that again. You ready, guys? You ready? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Live feed. All right. Went home for Christmas to visit my family and friends. Take a ride on that carousel. It had been a long time since I'd seen my folks. They put the funk in, dysfunctional. I walked through the doorway, Mom says, "Holy Moses, why didn't you call us to tell us you were coming?" Papa said an extra place at the table. Here's a pie to chew, plug your thumb in, but I ain't gonna let it drag me down. Ain't gonna let it turn me around. Gonna let it roll off my shoulder down to the ground. Listen up, my favorite sister, she ran away when she was 13. Now she's giving out advice. She says, "Hey there, brother, really none of my business, but if you shake your hand, you might look nice." Well, I told her I wore an earring, and she says, "Earrings are nothing. I've got my tongue bolted twice, but I ain't gonna let it drag me down. Ain't gonna let it turn me around. Gonna let it roll off my shoulders down to the ground." Here come my two cousins, both self-proclaimed music critics, gamblers too. They both agree on one thing: their favorite game's blackjack. And while they're dealing out the cards, they ask me, "You know that movie with John Belushi? I think they call it Animal House." I say, "Yes, I know the one." They say, "Remember the scene on the stairway? Dude was singing, 'I gave my love a cherry,' when his guitar was busted in half." I said I never liked that scene. Well, they look at me, look at each other and laugh. Around about 10 p.m., I find my father smoking on his pipe, sitting in his favorite chair. And I say, "Daddy, how did you ever manage to raise such a family?" He said, "Son, when things get to be too much, I would lean on this crutch. Ow! But I ain't gonna let it drag me down. Ain't gonna let it turn me around. Gonna let it roll off my shoulder down to the ground." Sing along out there. I ain't gonna let it drag me down. Ain't gonna let it turn me around. Gonna let it roll off my shoulders down to the ground. Gonna let it roll off my shoulders down to the ground.
Oh my God, that That was so good. I don't need coffee anymore. That woke me up. That was really great. Strings and Things, you guys are amazing. This is the Gandy Dancers, everybody. Please check out their new single coming out in September. We will have a release party as well. But you can find them online and on YouTube and everywhere. Thank you so much to Casey Boyd, Kevin Danzig, and Peter Fontenay. You guys are amazing. The talent with the three of you guys is just immense. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in. That was the Gandy Dancers, everybody, right here on Good Morning Vail on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Take the first game every one of us played in the schoolyard. Turn up the degree of difficulty to maximum, and then let loose some of the fastest and most agile athletes in the world to go one-on-one in what you have is the most extreme pursuit contest you've ever known. It's intense, it's addictive, and there's only one rule. Don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't seen World Chase Tag before, here's how it works.
2 teams of up to 6 athletes compete in a series of one-on-one chases. Each chase lasts up to 20 seconds and has 1 chaser and 1 evader.
Opportunity to points on the board! Oh!
Whoever wins the duel stays on as the evader, and teams get 1 point for each evasion they make.
And it looks like the opening point of this contest.
It's the best of 16 chases to win the match, with a sudden death chase-off required to break any ties. It's win or go home from now on. Don't miss it.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, we see one couple fall in love with a waterfront fixer-upper.
It sort of wrapped its arms around us and said, you want me, and we did.
And watch as another battles over the budget.
We're trying to look through and see where we can trim at this point.
Are you looking to trim it, Ginger?
No.
No. Construction pros show us the right way to renovate.
Well, we had to do a roof over. We had to hand build a lot of the trusses.
As we're putting the thin set down, the self-leveler has a little clip that clips up underneath the edge of the tile.
I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to
Mitch English and Andrea Jackson have co-hosted together for over a decade. And now, only on Daily Flash, they serve up a fast, fun, fresh perspective on the day's trending news and entertainment. Daily Flash offers the latest in pop news, celebrity gossip, fashion, health, wellness, and even some unscripted, irreverent, who knows what's next fun. Daily Flash with Mitch English and Andrea Jackson. Trending news and entertainment.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi friends, welcome to Vail Vibes. Avisha Scarborough here, and today we're coming to you from Nottingham Park in Avon, and I'm about to take you for a ride on the wild side. Wildside e-bikes. They get you to where you need to go fast. I got to explore Avon and Vail by bike in a way that was not above my endurance abilities. And even though my bike had a motor and throttle, I still got to work out while doing it, thanks to being able to lower the assistance levels. Wildside owner Paul Healds says you could always get plenty of exercise depending on which of the 5 power levels you choose.
You can use one of our bikes and use it in the lowest power mode and do more of a workout. You can turn the power off completely and you'll have plenty of exercise. Alternatively, you can turn it up to number 5 and just kick back and cruise from A to B.
Paul has owned a successful ski luggage company for years, but it was some unfortunate bike rides in high humidity that inspired him to get into e-bikes.
Using a bike as a commuter vehicle, a mode of transportation, which I was doing, and I was riding what I call a regular old ice cream bike. Had to pedal it all over the place. I would be getting hot and sweaty. My shirts would be pitted out within about 5 minutes of riding. And my wife looked at me when I was grumbling one day and she says, well, get an e-bike. And I said, not a bad idea, but I don't want a run-of-the-mill e-bike. I want something cool.
So he designed a bike drawing inspiration from the motorcycles of the 1950s, which seemed to epitomize cool. Once he was happy with the design,
this is the battery.
He decided to build it into a brand, and that's how Wildside came to be. Here he is showing us one of his most popular bikes, the Paris, which is designed to look more like a classic cruiser than a motorcycle. Paul says one of the best parts about Wildside's bikes are the accessories. From the helmets to baskets, these accessories are a stylish addition. Paul says some people aren't ready to embrace e-bikes, but he suggests they change their perspective a little.
Well, I think anybody riding an e-bike, the first thing somebody says to them that's on what we call an analog bike now, a regular bike, is cheater. You know, people shout cheater. That's really not what electric bikes are about. The question to me is, well, who are they cheating? Who are they trying to beat? Our bikes are, as I like to say, a mode of transportation. They get people from A to B, and you can have fun while you're doing it.
Wildside's company motto is dedicated to reawakening the spirit of your inner child. And this artwork behind him is a reminder of that.
That's our inner child. See, that's one of the things that we found with Wildside, was when you get on this bike, however young or however old you are, however experienced or inexperienced you are at riding a bike, there's something about jumping on a Wildside electric bike that puts a smile on your face, and all of a sudden you have fun. And all of a sudden it takes you back to your youth, when you had a bicycle and all of a sudden you had your independence and you could leave mum and dad alone. You could go off to the park, you could go play with your friends, you know.
I know my inner child was happy this day. And if you want to take a test drive on the Wildside, you can visit the Wildside Bike Showroom in Avon. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interest across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
From small towns to big cities and everywhere in between, we're covering the great things that are happening right now in the USA. This is Positively America with Ernie Anastas.
Each week, we're going to focus on the great things that are happening every day in the USA. We'll feature change makers.
In every older person, there's a younger person saying, how did this happen?
Innovators.
I talk about design the way some people might talk about like the person they're in love with.
Doers and dreamers.
You can use that recognition to pay it forward.
Ordinary Americans accomplishing extraordinary things.
When you smile, you receive one back most of the time.
We're going to prove to you that optimism and hope are paving the way to an even brighter tomorrow.
We've got a lot of programs that are specifically focused on the children of our fallen heroes.
At Positively America, our mission is to feature good news.
Join us on the famous Leadville Railroad. This historic train ride takes you on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for an afternoon of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Our scenic train rides are a perfect place to bring families closer together while immersing them in the natural beauty and rich history of this picturesque region. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Make memories that will last a lifetime. Tickets available at LeadvilleRailroad.com.
Earlier this week, I had the chance to chat with Rob and Steve from Reconnected, which is a great nonprofit here in the community to help people with their recovery process. Let's hear what they have to say. Reconnected is a great nonprofit here in our community and one that we've desperately needed, and we're going to give you some more information why. And by we, I mean Steve and Rob. Good morning. Thank you guys for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
You guys made a long trek up from Denver this morning, and so we're grateful that you made it. We're grateful to have you here.
We are grateful to be here in one piece.
Yes, one piece is important, and we're really grateful for the work that you do in the community because it is really important. And so for people who don't know what Reconnected is, let's just give them a brief synopsis.
Cool. Yeah, we're a local nonprofit. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary, which is pretty sweet. And so we're a recovery community organization here in the Valley that supports individuals on a pathway of recovery from mental health challenges as well as addictions.
Which I think is really important because we live in a community where people can get swept away in that party lifestyle, and then it's really hard to get back on track.
Big time. I mean, like the t-shirt's "My life is your vacation," and like people are always in vacation mode here. And yeah, and you know, with the hospitality industry, it's easy to make like a decent living and then party and use all your expendable income for that reason as well. So.
And then you're missing out on the good things. Like I have 2 dogs and they take all of my expendable income. Yeah. They eat me out of house and home, but it's the greatest love. It's unconditional and it makes me so happy.
Yeah, and the reason a lot of people moved out here to experience the outdoors and have fun, they realize like, oh wow, I'm not even like doing the things that I used to love to do because maybe their mental health has just slipped away or like they're getting into some like harder addictions. And so to provide an alternative community and support is really what we're trying to do.
Now, if someone is interested in getting involved with Reconnected, what does that first step look like?
There's a few different ways. Like you can reach out directly to us on our Instagram platform or our website, and you can refer yourself or another individual. And what that really looks like is a casual conversation. We have a nice couch like this in our office with some chairs, and we'll meet with people one-on-one and just kind of set goals around their substance use or their whatever mental health challenge they're dealing with, and try to wrap around support as best we can with individual coaching and social events and different recovery support groups.
Which I think is so incredible to give people that option to have support, because a lot of people move out here, they move away from their families, they get wrapped up in a friend group that maybe isn't supportive of their recovery or the journey that they want to be on. And to connect with a group like you is incredible, because I'm so lucky to hear it all the time. Rob and I go way back. This, like, families basically have merged, and so I love when people come to me and tell me how proud they are and how supported they feel with you guys.
Yeah, it's really cool. And Steve's a founding board member, and our lives overlapped in New York City, and that's where we got to meet through. We met on Facebook back in the day.
You messaged me.
I did reach out.
To be clear.
I love it.
And he was advocating for collegiate recovery and mental health on college campuses, and a year later I did the same thing. He rode his bike across the country and did that, and so that's how we originally connected. And so in that connection, like, to see and understand, like, a lot of our networks have since then overlapped, and some of our best friends have become best friends, and so it's been really cool.
I mean, it does create a family feel, and that's one of the most incredible parts about our community, is once you're in and you just find a group that will show you that love, you are in. You have that family here, your mountain town family, and it's so cute to see you guys together here in the mountain towns.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now, Steve, did you ride your bike across the country for a cause?
Yeah, so I did some advocacy work. When I finished college and got into a graduate program, I had support on a college campus through a college recovery program, and did a fundraising effort, stopped at 27 different facilities along the way, told a piece of my story. A year later, I checked my DMs, and this kid from Colorado said, "Hey, I want to do something similar, except I want to take a scooter and ride it from Vail to Alaska," which I thought was...
Which one's cooler?
Yeah, I don't know. One of us pedaled, the other person throttled. I'll let the viewers decide.
I mean, I think either one is pretty intense, only because I'm someone who's very uncoordinated, so that would just, either way, I would be covered in road rash, so congratulations to both of you.
Yeah.
Two wheels are not my friends.
No. That's funny.
So as you're a board member and as you've been part of Reconnected, how do you feel in our community?
Yeah, I think for me, I was really fortunate because I had a few relationships coming here and was able to easily tap in and just try to put myself in the perspective of somebody that moves here and knows nobody and potentially doesn't want to take up a partying lifestyle. Then where would they go? And I think Rob and I both identified that need, and it was really cool to work with Rob on this, because as a result of doing the bike ride, was able to help start a college recovery program in my hometown of Charleston, and just seeing Rob's passion for wanting to create resources back in his hometown has been very cool to be a part of. So,
Yes, Rob is really a hometown hero, because the work that you do, I mean, it has to be taxing on your mental health too, because you're taking on so much and you're absorbing so much for so many other people to show them that they do have this strength within them, and so you really are a hometown hero.
That's why I got my support system right here on the couch with me. Yeah, it can be taxing, but also so rewarding. And the classic, you got to put your own oxygen mask on first, and so I have like great relationships to help, make sure I'm in the right direction and taking care of myself. We're going on vacation next week, and he kindly suggested maybe you should turn your phone off for a week and
right.
Enjoy.
Pick up some good books.
Yeah.
If you need some recommendations, please let me know.
All right, will do.
And get out, relax. That way, when you come back, you're in that mental state to jump right back into it. Now, you said that Reconnected has a bunch of great events, and this is a good way for people to maybe put their foot in the door, kind of come in, meet some new people, and maybe feel a little more comfortable. So let's talk about some of these great events, because I always see them on social media, and I'm like, dang, if I was a yogi, I would be there.
Well, we have more than just yoga. Tonight, mountain biking.
2 wheels.
2 wheels. So maybe the coordination. Pickleball, you can be extremely uncoordinated. That's tomorrow night. So every Thursday, we have pickleball at 5:30 in the Eagle Vail courts. And then once a month we do these Friday afternoon clubs. So like happy hour, but with non-alcoholic drinks and just social hour and some live music. And so we just had one last Friday, and we'll have one on the last Friday of August. And then in September, we're going to have a pickleball tournament. So stay tuned for that. Everyone can sign up. And pickleball's been getting quite competitive out there.
It's intense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't have to be, exactly.
But it will be.
And then we have, this Friday, we also have recovery mindfulness with sound bowls and breath work that somebody's leading right in our office above bin 48. So that's where a lot of our more creative, low-key activities happen, is in our office, and then more of the like social, outdoorsy stuff happens all over the place.
Which is so incredible, because then you're just feeding every niche possible to make sure everyone can come out, enjoy something, and really just be part of the Reconnected family.
Right. Yeah. And it's intimidating for sure to come, and so those social events are open to like people that identify as in recovery, as well as their supporters, so any of their friends or family that are supporting them. So if they're nervous to show up alone, feel free to grab a hand and show up together.
Thank you guys both so much for being here, taking the time to chat with us and giving us all this great information. Seriously, what you do here in our community is so important.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. Make sure that you check out Reconnected. It's a great resource here in the community. You don't have to be alone through your recovery. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to introduce you to Chris Pavona from Ski Town All-Stars.
Woo woo!
We are here at Rugs Benedict in Avon, and joining us now is one of the owners, Mandy Benedict. Mandy, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in our showroom.
Yeah, I love this space here. So much going on, and we are talking carpets today, and we have over 120 available and so much more going on. Tell us a little bit about the carpets here.
Yes, so we're a Carpet One store. We're more than 1,000 stores come together to get the best buying power. So we actually are the largest flooring purchaser in the world. So what we've done at Rugs Benedict is find some of the greatest styles, and when they're offering big promotions, we buy a lot of inventory. So we have, like you mentioned, over 120 things in our gypsum warehouse that you can come in and select, and we can install in your home, but they're also 40 to 60% off what you would typically pay for those.
Oh, mate, so it's a great deal, and you get it without waiting weeks or months to get it, which is very important when you're doing this, right? What do people need to know when they're buying carpet?
So there are actually a lot of things that go into carpet, and a lot of things that are personal preference and are going to kind of depend on what your flooring needs are. Like, do you have kids? Do you have dogs? Is this a property that you rent? Or is it just a bedroom? Is it a family room where everyone gathers and there are going to be lots of spills? So there can be a lot of things that we want to take into account, as well as the heating that you use and the padding that we use over your heating so it performs. So there are a lot of things that go into it, but we're great at making it very simple and easy for you.
Love that. And then there's also just a beautiful way to look and shop here, but you can also take some of these home, right, and kind of look at stuff, and you have little cutouts, right?
Yeah, we have some little samples that you can take with you, and just a huge variety of color, style, design, durability, different price points, everything from commercial use and rubber floors to just the most high-end wool hand-knotted pieces.
Love that, love that. Should we mosey over to the other side here?
We can do a little tour of, these are all the stock fixtures that we have, so you can see a little bit larger pieces of some of the fun things that we inventory. And then this entire wall, we actually have 2 walls of stock carpeting. So you can see, yeah, a huge range of color, of style, of design, durability, and again, price point.
Awesome. Anything else people need to know about Rugs Benedict and carpeting?
I would say our employee installers they're really incredible at installing carpet. Most of them have worked for us for some of them even decades, and they're exceptional at the installation process. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the unique things about Rugs Benedict is having over 70 people on staff to take care of you more than just shopping for what you need. Mandy, thanks so much for joining us, and come on down to Rugs Benedict here in Avon for all your flooring needs.
want an adventure? Join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Good morning, Vail.
We want to thank you so much for tuning in to your Saturday edition of Good Morning Vail. We love getting to be here each and every morning to bring you some great community information, inspire you to get out, maybe inspire you to get involved with a new nonprofit, and always so much more. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow for your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail, but make sure that you stay tuned. Right after this, there's an episode of The Chat Box.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer